So I think, what we're continuing to see from a usage perspective is certainly more and more consumer engaging with video across screens. I was reading some interesting statistics saying that mobile activity in the UK peaks at 10 o'clock at night. So clearly mobile is the last thing that consumer actually check. And likewise, the peak time for desktop is more around the lunch hour, which kind of makes sense. So I think what you need to do if you want to continue to leverage that video opportunity online is to be able to reach these audiences across multiple screens. And certainly that is also helping by providing a new set of inventory on those mobile devices that wasn't available before. Because one thing that continues to be true is the scarcity of quality video inventory, which I do think is a little bit of a blocker for more widespread adoption of online video. I think the sell side is providing the inventory, but they're being quite selective in terms of who are the partners that they want to work with. I think as opposed to in traditional display, where obviously there is a surplus of inventory and where exchanges really sort of became a valuable tool for publishers to monetize that inventory. Video is very different, and the guys who have the quality inventory only want to work with the best reputable brands and with people that they can strike long-term and large agreements with. And that's where I think companies like Xaxis and Group M are at an advantage versus the rest of the market, because we can, due to our heft, secure this kind of relationship.
How has the integration of 24/7 changed and your capability, particularly in Europe?
Right. I think for us in Europe it was a fairly limited impact because most of the client base of 24/7 was actually US based. And likewise with their teams. I think it has, from a UK perspective, it has brought two things to us. One is a little bit of a client direct channels. So they had a couple of advertisers that were not coming from the traditional Group M agencies, and they also worked with more independent agencies. So that has opened up a new way to market for Xaxis in the UK, which I think is interesting. And obviously also there were some talents that we integrated in the team, which is always great because in this industry there's not that many people with the right skills. And being able to leverage their experience and bring them as part of the team has been very fruitful for us.
Great, and Nicholas, finally we're here. This is an incredible conference, so many people here, all of your peers, the vendors, there's a lot of energy. Where do we stand now as far as programmatic and particular video? Where does the industry stand? How do you sort of see this at a moment in time, and where might we be going?
Okay. Oh, that is a big question. But I would say again, I think more and more it's moving cross formats. It's also kind of redefining how do you create value for advertisers across those formats. And I think there's been a very, very strong focus of the industry in terms of in-stream advertising formats like pre-rolls and mid-rolls, etc., which will continue, in my opinion, to be the core of what the programmatic video marketplace will be about. But I think we are going to continue to see additional formats, sometimes outside of the streams, that will bring some very required liquidity to the programmatic video market. So I think that's one thing. The other one I think we've seen is a lot of debates and questions around things like viewability and fraud, which directly relates to the quality of this inventory. And I think this is something that will be eradicated from the market in the next few months as it becomes more and more easy to do so with the technology, and also more and more of a focus of discerning advertisers in terms of how their dollars are spent.